So this is my dad's school, Ulrich-von-Ensingen-Realschule. And Ulrich-von-Ensingen was the man who constructed the tower of the Münster of Ulm, which is the highest church tower in the world. Ulrich-von-Ensingen.
Okay, now we go in.
Okay.
Now we go in, honey.
So may I introduce to you Jon Hammond from New York, and his good friend Jennifer from California, and my son Michael. Hello.
All right.
So I met Jon Hammond 25 years ago. Marcus, Binding. I met Jon Hammond 25 years ago at the Frankfurt Music Fair, and since that time we are best friends.
Yeah, very good. All right.
So I asked Jon 5 years ago to look for accommodation in New York. As I told him with my last school class, I want to travel to New York, and I wanted to step in just to see what nasty pupils I have to teach.
I heard a lot about you guys. Okay. So you're practicing sprechen een beetje English here?
A little, yes.
Entschuldigung, because mein Deutsch is by Times Square. You know Times Square?
Times Square, yes.
And you know, I looked around for hotels. You know, Klaus asked me to check it for the whole classroom, and the problem is that the hotels in New York are very expensive. You know, and how expensive are they? I'll give you an example. You know, I live in a special building for Schauspielers and musicians, the top, right? If you stayed in a Hotel Zimmer, eine Stirn, for eine Abend. So it's very expensive.
So Jon, I told them instead of traveling to New York, we would go to Little New York, say Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin is not so little. You know, I think that's a fantastic idea because Berlin is an exciting city, and now it's the Hauptstadt of the whole Deutschland, and there you have a lot of culture. And it's very international.
International city, like New York.
Right.
And the slogan of New York is, New York never sleeps.
Right.
The same is true for Berlin.
Yeah. And also, I never sleep. Michael says, like New York, he says that I'm the Orgelspieler that never sleeps, you know.
So if you write an email to Jon Hammond, whatever time, you know, night at 4 o'clock, morning at 6 o'clock, afternoon at 2 o'clock, you get in 1 minute an answer. He never sleeps. He's the fastest, he's always in the bus.
I believe in immediate response because, you know, the time is now, you know, and so like, if you wait too long, then you have a stack of emails, you know. So I try to respond immediately, boom, 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 you know. Action, 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 you know. And me and Michael, we stay in touch all the time, 24 Stunden non-stop, you know. And this was mein 25 Jahr großes Jubiläum in der Musikmesse. And mein erste Mal I met Professor Maier and Michael. That was my good luck, you know.
Yes. So you must know, Jon is a great musician, and he even has got his own TV show in New York, the Late Late Show. He has got his own TV show in New York.
Yeah, I have a Fernsehschau on cable TV, and now since 6 years I have jedes Tag, early in the morning I have a radio program that's 45 Minuten. So I come on very early. I come on the radio at 4 Uhr, and I always say that the people should be sleeping when I'm on the radio, and if they're not, I'll put them back to sleep. So I brought a little sample because Michael has some fantastic CDs, and so I enjoy playing his music sometimes on my radio program, and I talk about the stories. But one thing I want to tell you, when I met Michael and Professor Maier the first time in the Musikmesse in Sieben and Axis, I said, this was my lucky day, you know? So I always like to say, right, Michael, I say, this is your lucky day. Right? Yeah. Yeah, have a little thing. You know, this is...
Kannst du mal einstellen, Frequenz 88.
Yeah, somebody told me this is verboten in Deutschland.
Yeah.
Because it makes
He
it...
can transmit into that radio. Der sendet jetzt seine Musik ins Radio rein.
Let's see if we can get some of Michael's.
88,7, Simon.
You gotta make it. All right. There you go. Yeah. Okay, here we go. And the volume is here. So this is my theme song.
Ihr hört jetzt die Kostprobe von Jon.
You never listened to the Hammond Cast show.
That's his voice.
On KWU Radio in San Francisco,
Please
California.
louder, please.
At 1550 on the AM dial. This is
Like
Jon
middle
Hammond
wave.
on the microphone. Keeping you company out there, folks. I'd like to tell you about
Still
something
louder.
that happened to us yesterday. We took a drive over the old Bay Bridge to see
know
an old friend of mine.
Zimmerman
Haven't seen in many years. Captain Burns, aka KB, in a subtitle Mayday in Space. And he's playing the brand new Hammond XK3. Old Bay Area's been in need of a live music club, so go over there and check that out. And that brings me to tell you that we are getting ready to go back over to Germany this month, and this is my 20th consecutive year to tour over there and play at the Musikmesse trade show. And I'm going to kick off the show with a track off a good friend of mine's CD that he released last year. And he's a remarkable organ player, and I've known this guy since he's a little pee-wheeler. His name is Michael Falkenstein. And he is the director of Hammond Suzuki Deutschland, a remarkable organ player. We're going to start things off with the first track on a CD. Original composition by him called Cry Until You're Feeling Good. And the subtitle Mayday in Space. And he's playing the brand new Hammond XK3 organ on this one. There's Michael Falkenstein and his trio.
Trio. With the Schlagzeuger?
Michael's album is entitled Hammond Explosion on the Hammond Cast Show, KYOU, 1550 AM in San Francisco, California. Take it away, Michael.
Take it, Michael.
So it was broadcast in California.
So you tell the story, how did you meet Jennifer?
So, you know, you guys, you all go on the internet a lot? If you go on the internet, my program is called Hammond Cast. You know, like broadcast? Or
Put it
podcast?
down. Had to put it down.
Yeah. So you go to hammondcast.com. And if you do hammondcastmidona.com under Google, anything that says Hammondcast, that's me. And I'm Jon Hammond.
Could you repeat it?
Jon. Right? Just like that. But one word, Klaus, yeah. Yeah, hammondcast.com.
Okay.
So anytime you want to go on the internet and you can find me there, you push the contact button and I get your email. I love to get emails. I respond immediately.
You can test Jon Hammond. If you
Yeah.
write him an email and you count from 10 to 1, the answer's there.
Yeah.
Test it out.
And if you push the music button, then you can listen to all kinds of good music. You'll hear Michael on there and have people like Carlos Santana. And did you ever hear of a rock singer named Eddie Money? He's a big star in USA. He had a big hit, number one hit called, his big hit was Baby Hold On To Me. Baby Hold On To Me was #1. And his name is Eddie Money. So you hear Eddie on there. How about Danny Glover? You know who Danny Glover is? He's a big movie schauspieler, big star. So we had a lot of different people, and I'm really happy to meet you guys. So eventually, if you come to USA, be sure and look me up. But in the meantime, I think it's a fantastic idea that you go to Berlin, because Berlin is happening. It's very exciting, especially because you have the former DDR there, you know, and all is zusammen now, you know. So have a fantastic time, and I really enjoyed meeting you guys. So, like James Brown always said, don't be a fool, stay in school.
Yes, devil. Yes, you're always
Okay, and you're lucky you have Klaus Maier, Professor Maier is the best, huh? All right. Okay, let's have fun.
So where did you meet Jennifer?
Oh, Jennifer, we met in San Francisco.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Remember I said, this is your lucky day? When I met Jennifer, that was my lucky day.
So, you have been born in San
In
Francisco?
Chicago. I was born in Chicago in Dryen-Fumsich. Dryen-Fumsich, 53.
Yes. Okay.
That's 12 words.
12 o'clock, yes.
Does that mean it's time for Mittagessen?
No, the next, this lesson is finished now, and in 5 minutes the next lesson will follow. Not by me. Another colleague will do the next lesson.
All right, super. Well, thanks
So
for having me.
we have finished.
Thank you for having me. Okay, everybody.
Thank you.